Well, hello everyone, and thank you for watching another episode. Today I'm going to do something a little different. This one's actually going to be a themed Airsoft or cosplay outfit for the Fallout game series. I've actually been playing the series when it first came out when I was a teenager, from the first game ever came out back in the late 1990s, and I've been a big fan ever since. And I'm discussing with some people I've played with, some coworkers, and they all seem really interested in the idea of doing a Fallout Airsoft LARP, which I've never been much of a actually never done LARPer before, but I thought it'd be actually something fun to do Airsoft themed towards the Fallout of series games. I've seen a few places done it, and if we can get enough people together in the Kansas City area, we'd love to be able to get people interested and maybe put something together and do it a few times a year and actually do everything themed towards the game series. Here I'm going to go a few items. I've had people ask me how do you put stuff together, what you made, where'd you get that, and so I decided to do a short video. I'm going to show you the different gear and equipment, then I'm going to put it on and show you how it all functions on the body and how it would look. First, of course, is the famous jumpsuit, Vault 13. And most common question I've gotten is, why do you pick 13? Well, 13 was the original Vault when I first started playing the game, and it stayed pretty much throughout the entire series, where they have you have Vault 13's canteen and other gear they have you keep around. So I actually made this jumpsuit. I purchased the jumpsuit on eBay, and I actually got the pipe, the trim, and the other equipment. I cut it up, sewed it on, and made my own jumpsuit. And I'll show you one other thing I actually did, other than doing the trim and the lines, is at the bottom also sewed these so they can tie around my ankle, so it stays tight and in place when I wear them on my pants. Well, wear them underneath my boots, so they don't keep slipping out. So first, I'm going to cover the gear I carry when I do this. The gun. Now, the guns are very variable. I use sometimes an AK-47, but I'm also use a Thompson submachine gun, which is one of the things I purchased for doing this impression when I play. And that is, of course, the CYMA Thompson submachine gun. It's a neat gun, and it does the job great, especially for close and mid-range. And it's just really cool to run around with when using this outfit. Steel and fake wood, or metal and fake wood, it gets some weight, and it's just fun to shoot. For headgear, I actually have an old cowboy hat. And you notice that cowboy hat I put up here for BB protection is completely removable. So if you don't want to do it, if you just want to play when you're not playing Airsoft, if you want to have an idea of actually making a cowboy suit hat with Airsoft without altering it, this is just metal netting on the inside. I wrapped in material, I actually doubled it over, and I wrapped in black material to match the black of the hat and just tied it in the back so it fits right on and gives me ample head protection without making my head stifling hot and having to cover it up. And it's worked very well so far. I've had plenty of hits to the head with this, and I never feel it. I can feel it pinging, and I can feel the pressure, but it never actually hits my head. It's been very effective and actually pretty good idea. You see it ties right in the back. You never really see that much, and it's been very effective protection. For body protection, I found myself at the thrift store one day and saw this. This was actually half of a stadium seat cover you can buy. It took me all about $3.50 to buy this. I just cut it in half, and I safety pin it to the shirt I wear underneath the jumpsuit. So I'm allowed to have chest protection when out playing Airsoft. And when I don't want to wear it, if you ever want to do this, put a suit like this together just for cosplaying, you don't need this, obviously. So you're not going to get shot at with BBs, but this is a good idea, good thing to consider if you're going to use something like this for Airsoft. It is just a cheap piece of foam inside a piece of material, and I just safety pin it to a shirt underneath my jumpsuit. For a belt, well, this is actually an amalgamation of a bunch of different things. You can see it right here. This is an old USSR Soviet belt that I had from my SKS. And if I can just find a way to put this on here, because it's quite heavy. It's got a lot of stuff on it. See, it's got the old USSR hammer and sickle and the star. These are SKS ammo pouches. I use these for carrying extra ammunition for my revolver, as well as carrying random things, CO2 containers, dead rag, things of that nature, small items. They're perfect for that. Over here is my post-apocalyptic purse, as I like to call it. I drank a lot of soda to fill this thing up. It's full of bottle caps from different soda companies, mostly root beer, but it's a whole bunch of, I just thought it'd be a neat little attachment. It doesn't serve any purpose for playing. I just thought it'd be fun just to have it for the look. In the back here is an old AK-47 ammo pouch. It's inside had different dividers. It's made of like a, what they call pleather. I don't know if it's plastic or what. It's an imitation. No, it's heavy duty. You can also find these in a webbing canvas. They're not very expensive and they hold a lot, because I'll show you in here, when you open it up, it has two flaps. And inside here, I actually showed different type of magazines. I have my AK and my Thompson mag, and I also have my grenade is in here as well. So it does hold a lot. It can also hold bottles of water. I do have a bottle of water. I'll show you that in a moment. I also got a game-themed bottle of water. And the neat thing about the AK-47 pouch is it has the shoulder strap, of which I added my shoulder armor. I had a couple of license plates sitting around, and I warped them around a little bit to fit my shoulder shape, connected it to the strap with metal wire, and I got some screws and bolts and connected there and got it so it can articulate up and down as my arm moves. And you'd be surprised how often I have BBs hit off this, and it makes a nice little pinging sound, so you know you've been hit, but it has given me ample protection when I have been shot at. On the front, on the other side, I have here is my revolver, and I went out and painted a Vault 13 on the side and a number 13 on the front, so give it more of a game-themed look. And of course, it's the 357. My table just fell. Revolver. It works perfectly great for the, especially for the look, and it's great for close combat. Whereas my Thompson can be times a little too overpowered when it comes to shooting aside. I also have in here is my old style Pip-Boy, just for playing Airsoft in, because it's less of a hassle to have to carry than something on my wrist. And for those who never played the early games, this is what they were. They were a separate little box that hung off your body. They weren't attached to your arm. Now, if you want one with your arm, I do have one of those as well. This I made myself. You can see I actually had a BB hit there. I got to repaint that. But it fits perfectly on the arm, especially when it has the jumpsuit on. And this was a Transformer toy, of all things. It's a children's Transformer toy that had a fist that went in and out when you pulled a little lever on the inside, and had little lights and sounds. And I found it at a drift store for a few dollars. And I was looking at it, and I was like, you know, I bet you if I put a little work into that, I can convert this into a Pip-Boy for playing Airsoft in. And it has worked pretty good. As you can see, though, it took a few hits, and I have to do a little more repaint on it. But it worked pretty good for its purpose, and I just had to cut it up a little bit and reshape the parts, the plastic parts, and just filled in the gaps with some caulking and other materials and some glue. There was a hole here. I cut this piece off another part of the toy and covered the hole on the bottom, because I had like a protruding piece I took off. And it turned out pretty well, and it fits really nice, and it just looks neat. It's different. It's different than all the other ones. It doesn't look identical to a game one, but it does the job, and it looks really neat. And then, of course, I mentioned the water bottle. Well, if you want a themed-looking water bottle, here you go. Aqua Pura. Found that online. I printed it off and just stuck it on this little water bottle. A couple of them, actually, I bought at a store that look similar to the water bottles you keep in-game. So it keeps a game look about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change into the outfit itself to show you what it looks like when it's all together. And it's been a pretty cool little interesting adventure to be able to put this all together, and it's been quite fun. The looks I get and the comments I get, it makes it more enjoyable, because people seem to really allow it to stand out. So I'll be right back in a moment and show you what it looks like when it's on. Okay, so here we go with everything on. As you can see, fully functional and articulating. Guns right here, easy to grab. Revolver. Extra ammunition revolver. My little purse, which is actually made out of Lipton bottle, and I actually sewed this whole strap together with extra pieces of material I had from stitching, as well as some webbing strap. And my other pouch back here for dead rag and other gear. The armor is on, that's why I look a little bulky in the top. As you can see, I'll open it up and show you for me getting hit. This here is my fun outfit. It's a little different than normal military gear that people wear when they go out. So it makes me stand out a little more. It's fun, it's enjoyable, and I'm hoping to get enough people who actually might be interested in doing this to have a themed game. So hope you enjoyed this, give you some good ideas as far as maybe doing this for a cosplay or maybe doing this for a Fallout, and I'll talk to you and see you again soon. Thanks, bye.